started then. Hello, and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 6 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Wild Thing, at least right now, the Minnesota Wild 2020-2021 season. And Jeff, I think we're going to get fired, as it turns out is a current NHL trend.
Yeah, I mean, well, job security is still in the sort of light-colored green. Fans aren't happy.
Yeah, so I'm not optimistic here. Taking a quick look at where we are.
Yeah, going back to the Vegas thing, I mean, now they're saying they only fired Gallant because it was strictly performance-related, which is naturally going to make everybody think that it wasn't performance-related and something else was going on, because it's a weird thing to do when your team isn't doing that bad.
Actually, I saw a funny statistic, and they said the last three coaches to have been fired lost their last game to Buffalo. So read into that what you will. So, yeah, we're currently 18 games into the season. We are last place in the Central at 4-14-0 for 8 points. We are last in the league. And boy, things are not looking good. That's all about I can say.
Yeah, hopefully we can hang on, but
we have some guys still in the trade block.
I think our best forward is, 3 stars right now?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Kreider is 3 stars, yeah. So we have some guys coming. If we look at, I always keep hitting lineup instead of lines. We have some guys coming. I mean, Lafreniere, who we got first overall, is starting to make that little bit of a jump. Kaprizov is coming on. Elias Anderson, who, we got in that trade, funnily enough, since he's not on the outs with the Rangers, it turns out, kind of works. Kapanen, we picked up on waivers. Like, there's some guys here who should help us get going, but we're just not finding stride. And hi, Gudu, thanks for coming out. So our last time we streamed, which was actually last year, if I remember, was it correct, Jeff? We haven't streamed this year?
Yeah, I think, didn't you do it just before New Year's?
Yes, I think so. We really looked into tactics and making some adjustments, but nothing's really paying off yet.
Fun stat, our last 3 games, the collective score is 18 for the other teams, 4 for us. And we haven't scored in 2 games. Well, we've been shut out twice in a row.
Why you got to bring up the worst? So I don't know. We're going to play this game versus Calgary. We'll put Dubnyk in net because at least he's hot to give us a chance. And boom, we lose. Give up 2 goals, but we score 1. We lose 2-1. Scott Wedgwood beats us. We got 30 shots on net tying them, so that's not bad. Taking a look at our stats. Oh boy, their defensive core kicked our butts. But again, Roman Josi, 97 defensive game rating. Nobody entirely bad. Greenway was a 48. That's not great. Elias Anderson, 43 defensive.
Periods, but got 1.
So maybe we should move Anderson off the second line. Maybe that's going to be the thing to do. So who on the 3rd or 4th line can we promote?
Well, I mean, Donato and Eriksson Ek are both 2.5-star, 3-star potential. Only 1 year of age difference between the 2 of them. They're pretty much interchangeable. Donato's got a little more offensive upside, so I think maybe if you're gonna have him on the second line, you go with him.
You thinking Donato?
Unless you want to move somebody over from the wing, but don't know that there's any better options over there.
Just taking a quick look at our depth chart here. Eriksson Ek is actually our number 2 center. And then Donato, followed by
It's got
Elias
to be a
Anderson.
superfluous, though. I wouldn't read too much into that.
Yeah. Um, Luke Kunin could be, but I don't think that's going to work.
A little even worse than, or at least farther behind than Donato and Eriksson.
All right, so let's take Donato and replace him with Elias Anderson. And that should swap them for everything.
Wow, Iowa has got a lot of injuries right now.
Yeah, should we move him? Should we move Anderson down to the fourth line or leave him on the third line?
He's only 2 stars. I'd put him on the fourth.
All right, so Eriksson Ek is going to replace
And Marcus Foligno sure slipped this year.
Yeah, we're kind of getting destroyed from all angles here. Hope he's in net for versus Philadelphia. And we lose 4-3. Yeah, apparently you are cracking a little bit, Jeff. So I'm not sure why. I'm still hearing a bit, but Gudu's pointed out in the chat too.
Not sure why.
It could just be the connection.
Too close to the mic, maybe? Yeah.
It could be the connection. Give me 1 second. And killing our connection, trying to reestablish. Now and see what happens here. And maybe see if that helps at all. Francis Perron's on waivers? No, I don't think so. Oh, Brendan Lemieux got claimed by Anaheim. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Bum, bum, bum. And all right. Well, the Ducks are picking everybody up apparently. Game versus Florida tomorrow. Oh, Matt Duchene's out for 4 months. Glad he's not with us. But yeah, I'm also reading about the Shiro firing was pretty interesting as well. Besides the head coaches, or not firing, I guess Shiro didn't get fired. He was it mutually part ways. Game versus Florida. Leave Holtby in, playing against his old Eastern Conference guys, and he finally gets a win. We score 5 goals. 5-2 win. Tyson Berry, 3 assists. Huzzah! The losing streak is finally over. Lafreniere gets on the board. I'm sorry?
At the end eventually.
Oh. Gudu wants you to sing the Canadian national anthem for a mic check.
I don't think you want to hear me sing, Gudu. Is my sound any better now, by the way? Still crackling?
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm not sure what else we could try. Should we try something else to connect to talk? See if we make a difference?
I don't know. Is it making a big difference right now? I can try putting down the input in Discord a little and see if that cuts it down. Let me try that. I'm going to take the input volume down to about 95 from 100 and see if that makes any difference.
Oh, I just sent you a message on Discord.
No, you can't really do that in the middle of the broadcast, but
we
just
can.
as it is for now.
Game versus Winnipeg. our arch rivals. Jeff, tell me about how you feel about Winnipeg after seeing your favorite team get thumped super hard by them yesterday.
Yeah, well, I was real thrilled to see that, naturally. You're not even going to mention the fact that we're 0-10 against you in the last 10 games?
I got to build up to it. I got to build up to it.
Oh, okay.
7-1 win for us
So
over
if you're going to go
Winnipeg.
there, I'm going to talk about how you and I are in the same perfect team league this year or this week, and what happened when we played.
I don't know. You mean you're playing
Oh,
with your
I think you
ultimate
do
number
know.
one team and I'm playing with my number two team? Oh yeah, that's
Ah,
right.
okay, that's it. That's why you got swept.
Yep, probably.
Hmm.
Yep. I don't know. It was a funny game watching it though. I'll tell you that much. Watching how many
Funny,
times.
I'm sure it was funny from your perspective.
Well, it's funny for how many times the Canucks could hit the post. Although to be honest, the best thing I saw this week was the Brad Marchand shootout attempt. That
Oh,
was.
that was beautiful. That actually made it to the top of Reddit, not just the hockey subreddit, the entire site.
I was watching it and I got watching the game. I turned it on with about 10 minutes left and was watching the entire thing and watched overtime and then to see that shootout, I just was just killing myself laughing on the couch.
Yeah, I know literally the entire league except Boston enjoyed that one.
Well, it's just how do like I don't even know how you do it that badly, and then him chirping on Twitter, which is fine, good for him defending himself. But man, that was rough, and there's no other way to put it. Like skating pretty near right over top of the puck. Okay, game versus Ottawa. We are on a 2-game win streak.
Scary.
Oh, we'll leave Hopi in for this one, and simming it, we lose, of course. 3-0. Get shut out. Ilya Sorokin destroys us with Ottawa. We put up 26 shots on net, but they get 52 on us. So actually, we didn't do that bad for only giving up 3 goals. Rough. And Chris Kreider got injured. Perfect. And Brad Hunt's injured.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Literally our best forward.
Sore Achilles tendon.
So we got Edmondson as our spare defenseman. That's
Who
a
we
good
signed.
thing.
Do we have somebody hurt too who's coming back? I can't even think to remember right now.
I don't think so. Oh, Bourdin, but he's gone for the year, probably torn ligament.
Oh, right. Okay, we got a trade proposal. Let's see if this is anything of note. Boston offers us Andreas Bjork for Zach Parise.
Well, if you want to dump the salary,
Oh
how
boy,
much?
this is a tough call. It would be nice to
Uh,
dump the salary,
he'd basically be our 13th forward and could send the Russian back down.
except for if we trade him, we're going to need him.
Oh, right. No, he'd be our, yeah, he'd have to go in. It's a 2.5 star guy for 1.5 star guy, but it's a salary dump from us. We can get out under that $7 million salary for the rest of this year and more
Next.
importantly next year. Because I don't know that we're going to be able to move Spurgeon's $7 million anytime soon.
Let me just look here. If we look at transactions for the NHL, anyone of interest on the trade block? Morgan Riley is Pecorine, but I don't really think we need him. Ryan Ellison is 7-year deal. No, thank you. Problem is, there's nobody obvious who's going to help us replace him. choices we have to make. Who's an upcoming free agent? Well, we could go after Elias Peterson in Vancouver.
He'll be an RFA, though.
I know. I'm just saying, try and drag him away.
Draft picks for the first-round draft picks for the next half-decade or so. Go for it.
He's currently hurt. Might be the perfect time to... He's lightly hurt. Bruised hip. Let's just see what they want for a trade offer. They want a left wing and a right wing. I offered Zach Parise, and they're like, no.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Wild. If we offer 2 first-rounders... We're getting this as a balanced deal.
But one of those, is that first round of this year where it's likely to be number 1 overall?
No, I sent the next 22 and 23, not 21. Trying to offer the rights to somebody. Let's take away the 4th rounder from this year and offer the rights to a few guys. How about the rights to first off? No, that doesn't get them interested. And the rights to Lucas Rubin, old friend. I think they will probably accept this offer. So we offer Heineman the rights to first off, the rights to Lucas Rubin, our first round pick in 2022, our first round pick in 2023 for Elias Peterson. Sounds like not a bad deal. Yes, no? That would give us a pretty amazing 1-2.
I don't think they're going to go for it, but you can try.
Well, it says they will probably accept this offer. We'll find out. So we're not going to accept the Boston trade yet, but we'll leave it for the moment. With Kreider out.
How long is Kreider out for?
Days. Day to day. I'm thinking we move up Kapanen up to the first line.
On the left or?
Yeah. So we take Kreider and replace him
Kapanen
with
and Kaprizov?
Kapanen. Sorry, what was that?
So Lafreniere between Kapanen and Kaprizov?
Yeah. And then we'll take Kreider and replace him with Sokolov for now. And we'll let that roll. Back-to-back games here. Oh, Brad Hunt's down to 68%. Okay, he's sitting out for the next game. Which means Edmondson's coming in finally. Hasn't actually played a game yet. We signed him in our stream last time as we needed another defenseman. And do you want Holtby to play against the Islanders or Dubnyk?
Yeah, how are the Islanders doing? I think they're pretty good.
Okay, we have the Islanders and then Columbus coming up.
I'd keep going with Holtby until he finally, he's got to improve.
Okay, they're actually basically the exact same, so it doesn't matter. It's a back-to-back. We're going to start Dubnyk on the first game of the back-to-back. Sim it out, and we lose. We put up 39 shots, but we give up 38, and they squeak one extra goal by. darn. Amazingly, we still haven't lost a game in overtime yet. So we got that going for us. Gudu, if you're watching, what do you think of our trade offer? You're the one usually chiming in. Vancouver accepts the offer.
Wow.
So 2 first rounders, not this next year. Heineman, first off, rights to first off, and rights to Lucas Rubin. I mean, first off has the potential to be a 5-star guy, too. Let's not forget that. So it's not like they're not getting anything. All right, we're completing this trade.
Yeah, first off was probably the thing that made the big difference there.
I'm just curious. Job security here. Okay, we got a +5 for acquiring Elias Pettersson, but we lost 1 for trading a very recent draft pick, lost 2 for trading our first round pick, lost 2 for trading our first round pick. So we added +5 and lost +5.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so do we move Parise now then? Is this what we're doing? Guaranteed?
Might as well, yeah.
Complete trade. Zach Parise
You're going to need to spend
is
some money
gone.
off season to find somebody for the right wing to play. I assume you're going to put.
And we just
Pettersson on the
we
left
dropped
wing
3
and
more.
Renier at center on the first line.
We dropped 3 more for Zach Parise.
Oh, right, because yeah, he's.
All right.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah. Whew. Let's look at unrestricted free agents here. Anybody of interest? Oh, we could. Is there anybody here who you know is going to be likable for us?
Looking for right wings primarily.
Well, the top 2 guys are Josh Levayo and Jesper Fast.
Brendan Gallagher is coming up.
You talking trade or are we talking free agency?
Free agents. Free agency.
Upcoming free agents. I'm looking just pure in free agency right now.
Oh, actual guys who aren't with the team right now?
Yeah, to see if there's anybody who's of interest. Okay. Let's just look at restricted free agents here. I don't think Dylan Strom's going to be worth it to try and trade for or give up a draft pick.
The only one that really looks half decent. Levo is UFA, isn't he?
I'm just wondering if we should sign somebody. Huck, we could bring in Chris Thorburn, who's still on the free agency. He'd probably be.
Now?
What's that? 37.
How old is he? Yeah.
Hi, Brian Label. You just missed a huge trade. But Chris Thorburn might be a guy who helps give us a little bit of, likability back with our fans. Let's offer Thorburn a deal.
Corey Conacher's down there too.
We're going to offer Thorburn $1 million. And he signs. Okay, did that do anything for our job security? Nope, didn't help at all.
Not that surprised.
Okay, interestingly, Zach Cassian is up on waivers now from Boston. What's his contract? Not very much. Should we put a claim in on Zach Cassian? Oh, he's got 2 years left. Never mind. We do not need a 2-year deal.
Yeah, $2 million. That's He's actually having a pretty decent year for Boston up until now.
Yeah. Okay, so Peterson's in. Who's our depth chart guy? Is okay. Matthew Baldy could come up, but he's still only 1.5 stars, and I'd kind of like to leave them. Okay, so let's look at still signing maybe one more free agent. Do we have room on our roster? Yeah, we do. Free agent center. So what do you think? Do you want your buddy, or do you want? Oh, Cirelli's there too, but I still don't think we're going to get him. Let's just take off those restricted free agents. Do you want the old Canuck or the old Ranger?
I'd go with Level.
Of course you'd want that Canuck.
He's 1 year younger than Fast, too.
What does he want? He wants a 3-year deal for $1.64 million. Nope. We're going to offer him $3 million for this year. And he says, oh, I'll do that. We have the cap room. We might as well have it in case we get a little bit injuries.
Yeah, good payday for him.
So $3 million gets him on our team. And so let's just say he immediately... Oh, good. It resorted everything. Perfect. I love it when that happens. Note to Jeff so he can see that on the stream as it changes.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So that means Kreider's out hurt. Okay. So with all these guys gone, let's just do assistant create lines. Okay, it moved Lafreniere onto the second line left wing. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather keep him at center. Kapanen got moved all the way down to the third line. No, he's going back up to the first line left wing. Foligno is...
On the second line? No, I don't think so. Oh, there, I just, screen just caught up.
Yeah, I'm just looking here.
Fourth line, left wing.
Why can I not see Foligno on this list? My...
Fourth line, left wing on, if you're still looking at the line screen.
There he is, right wing, left wing. Okay, so he can play both wings. Greenway can play... Fine. Yeah, okay, so Sokolov centers. Yeah, I'm more happy with that. You feel better about that? Anderson moves to the left wing. I'm okay with that. Ooh, Peterson's at 59% for this first game. He's a little bit tired from flying across the country. So we'll see how it goes. And playing this game, we're probably going to get destroyed. We already... Oh, wait. Dubnyk started the last one. Holtby's in versus Columbus. And we win 2-1. All right. Let's check to see how Peterson did. 54, 58, not bad. 19 minutes, 48 seconds played. Speaking of which, actually, because we know he's a free agent at the end of the year, what's he want for a contract?
We got a few guys that you should be looking at renewing.
He wants a 2-year deal at $6 million.
$6 million per or $6 million total?
$6 million per. 6.09.
That'll work.
Yeah, that was a big one. We can look at the rest of these. Kapanen still signed for a while. Anderson 2's on a 1-year deal. What's he want? He wants nothing, so let's get him signed. Let's put him on a 2-way contract, though, even though he'll be probably uppity about that. So we'll pay him $125,000 to be in the minors.
Question from Brian and Chad about tactics, adjusting a player to player's tactic for the role. Yeah, I mean, generally, yeah. It's complicated because you also got to take into account what the guys he's playing with are doing. But generally, what you're saying there is telling you should have. It's a pretty good idea if you've got a guy rated 20 for shooting to have him shooting more often, unless he also happens to be a really good playmaker.
Here's hoping. Our former goaltender, Alex Stalock, is on waivers. All right, players need to be signed numbers. He wants Foligno's number. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll give him the reverse, and he's okay with it. Peterson wants 40, but Dubnyk has 40. So let's give him 44, and he's okay with it. Anderson wasn't too mad, signed with us. And we're looking good. That was a big trade, Jeff. We'll see if it turns out or not.
It was.
I don't like giving up 2 first rounders, and we might try and get them back, but it's not going to be easy either. Good news is Brad Hunt is now back.
Edmondson's back to the bench. Earning his $4.5 million a year.
Again, we needed that cap hit a bit.
Wonder what he wants to re-sign.
I don't even want to look. We don't really need him anyways. Okay, Edmondson's going to be replaced with Hunt. Peterson still at 55%. Oh, for this next game versus Boston. Probably should take him out, but we're going to run him anyways. See how he does.
Schedule do after this?
Sim game, and we win.
I only got the 1 day off, too.
2-1. Win over Boston. 18-5-3. So, yeah, we're making a bit. Oh, it was a shootout win. All right. Pedersen scored. Sokolov scored. Wow. Kapanen scored.
How'd Parise do for Boston?
I forgot to look. Successfully moved. Jeff, as a Canucks fan, how do you feel about if that trade actually would have happened?
Don't think Benning would be too popular.
But you did get 2 first-round picks.
I don't think anyone would care.
He'd say, I can do it again. Our old friend Zach Parise had a 39 defensive game rating, -1 in 12 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Well, good luck with them, Boston.
Thanks for taking that
Paying
money
that
off
salary
of
for another
us.
season, too.
It all worked out in the end.
Gudu, in that case, if they're good at both of them, really depends on who they're playing with, who you want them to. If you've got a goal scorer playing with them, probably makes more sense to use him as a playmaker. The other guy, not the goal scorer.
And now we're only 11 points behind Nashville. And all right, I'm terrified to know what our owner thinks. Crosby was named Player of the Month. Fleury was named Goaltender of the Month. Development report, everybody but Chris Thorburn went up. Shocking, I know. Jack McBain needs to keep on improving. I am scared to look to see how Iowa's doing because I'm afraid. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Peterson
say,
just
look
got
at
up to
that.
4.5 stars.
No, nice timing.
Yes, he improved at
Colby is
face-offs.
off to a pretty good start with Iowa, but I'm not sure if we were getting much scoring anywhere else from them.
All right, not bad. Ups and downs. Just check in here for a second. Kreider's still hurt. Okay, Peterson's at 43%. So should we give him a game off then?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to at some point and let
All
him
right,
recover properly.
we're still going to push through this game versus St. Louis. Holtby and net. Sim it out, and we lose in overtime. Okay. If we lose in overtime, we get 19 shots on Binghamton and score 4 goals. They put up 51 shots on Holtby to score 5.
At least Holtby's save percentage is going up.
Yeah, well, we were efficient at this, apparently. Wow. I have no words. 38 defensive game rating from Ryan Donato. Ouch. Is that the same question Gudu asked you in the chat, Jeff? I'm not sure.
I already answered him. Yeah.
Okay, that's why I thought, but I was just asking.
Something we are going to need to pick up at some point is an actual defensive forward. I don't think we really have anybody that. I mean, there's a couple of. We've got a few decent two-way guys, but no real checker.
Chris Kreider's ahead of schedule. All right, board confidence update. Craig Leopold is very disappointed. Well, thanks, Craig. The last few weeks have been slightly better because we're 5-8-1, but he is satisfied with our work and thinks we are on our way to get this back on track. Taking a look at the job security screen, and well, we're still in high yellow at least, and we're up to 30. So take what you can get.
Is that the fan? My screen hasn't caught up.
Yes,
Is that
yeah,
the fan
it was the
number,
fan
or-
was plus 30, but
Well,
I said
your job security one's on the bottom left. It's the
no. I know.
fan happiness.
I said that. I said it was in yellow, high yellow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And game versus Buffalo here. Okay, Peterson's going to have to sit out. So we are... Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to swap Peterson with Anderson. And swap Peterson with Thorburn coming in. Otherwise known as Scorburn. Chris Kreider could play, but let's make sure he's healthy at this point. Dubnik's coming in for the game versus Buffalo, who have Robin Liner back as their goaltender. And simming it out, and we lose. Ouch, 4-1. What? Apparently, we really need Elias Pettersson playing. And some players on waivers. Nobody of great interest to us, though. Skip ahead another day. Game versus Toronto coming up, and Toronto's actually doing awful this year. 11-13-1. Apparently, they shouldn't have waived Kapanen. And Elias Pettersson is actually healthy now, but he's probably, what? Oh, he's at 70%, so let's go. Plays with Harburn replaces Anderson. Kreider's not quite healthy yet, but should be back in the next game or two, it looks like. All right. And continuing here. Sim it out. And Hope B loses 4-1. Come on, guys. What's going on? We score first and then give up 4 straight goals. Makes perfect sense. Gudu says Patrick Elias Peterson would be an excellent hybrid player. Hard to argue with that logic. He would be good offensively and even better defensively. And all right, game versus Philadelphia. Come on, Kreider, get back already. All right, let's see if Hope being. Hopefully both of our goalies will get fully hot and nope, lose because we only get 11 shots on net. Words cannot express my anger for 11 shots on net. What are you doing? And we're not even that bad defensively.
I was going to say maybe change your tendencies up to shoot more often, but you already got them one step short of the top.
What we need is Kreider back now, it looks like. Rejiggle everything. All right, let's get Kreider back in here. So who's coming? Sokolov's coming out. Kreider's going in. Okay. Trying to put Kreider on the third line. No. Kaprizov as the fourth Ryan left winger. No. Second line captain Lafreniere, and who do we want on that right wing? It has Levayo there, but I don't really like that.
No, it doesn't seem like a good idea.
Kunin?
Yeah, probably.
Switch up a little bit of times there. Yeah, that's an odd choice to put there. Matt Niskanen's on waivers, but we don't really need him. Pasternak's at 50 points already. All right. Game versus LA. We'll leave Hope in net, see if he can pull out a win for us. Sim it out, and no, he can't. He gives up 5 goals. What are you doing? Maybe we should turn down the amount we're passing. Would that help, maybe? Passing too much, not shooting enough.
Oh, you've got passing a little higher too. Yeah, take that down a little bit. Because I don't think this team is. You got no really Pedersen aside, and I guess Lafreniere too eventually, but maybe not right now. You've got no real elite playmakers.
Maybe we turn back down tempo too.
particularly at forwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're probably making the high tempo and a lot of passing is probably leading to a lot of turnovers and mistakes.
Gudu's asking a very tough question. Will you reach the double digits in wins by the end of the year? Good question. I'm not sure. Buffalo and Nashville agreed to a trade.
Talking the end of the season or the end of 2020.
I'm assuming he meant the end of 2020, but both are very possible. I was waiting until P-Wog shows up, but as we get closer, I'm not sure he will. But I know he will watch the archive of the stream, which will be available. Of course, everything's archived on our Twitch channel, as well as our YouTube. But I saw this funny stat as we were talking about firings earlier. So this one's just for P-Wog. Since November 20th, 7 NHL head coaches have been fired. Since November 20th, the Detroit Red Wings have 5 wins. So, interesting. That's all I can say. Dubnik's going in for this game versus the Golden Knights. Sum it out, and he picks up the win, 3-2. All right.
Oh, just as you said that, I just saw people come online. I think he heard you.
He must have heard us mention the Red Wings, and he's just like, oh, I have to go see what's going on. Kreider is close to returning. Well, he's already returned, but his percentage is not staying very high, but he's going to work through it. We paid him all that money in free agency. And Fedor Gordeev has improved on D. Excellent. Islanders, Kreider's down to 43%. He's going to push through it for this game. Holtby's in net. And we lose in overtime. Well, that's okay. That's all right. Oh, we lose in a shootout, I believe. Yeah, it was a shootout. Oh, well. It happens. Sebastian Aho beats us. And Dubnyk is actually up now to a 921 save percentage. He's in the top 8.
And what's Holtby's?
904, 903. Might be even lower than that.
Wow. Starting to wonder if maybe think about re-signing Dubnyk and see if we can move Holtby for something at the deadline.
I think he has a no move, but I could be wrong on that.
Let me check. Nope.
We're going to put Sokolov in for Kreider because he's down to 16%. Okay, what does Dubnyk want for a contract? He wants 6.59 for 2 years.
Oh, wait, I'm wrong. He doesn't have a no movement clause. He doesn't have a no movement clause, but he does have a no trade clause. So you would have to put him up on the trading block and hope for the best.
Okay, he wants 6.59.
Kakinen on the farm team is having a great year in the AHL.
Yeah, we do have some guys coming too, right? We have Tyler Parsons coming. Capo Kakinen's coming. Hunter Jones is coming.
Yeah, so I mean, at least one of those guys is probably going to work out pretty well.
Yeah, Dubnyk's 34. He'd be older than that. Yeah, I don't think we can sign him, at least not right now. Okay, so we have Sokolov setting up playing on the first line for this game. We'll see how it goes. Dubnyk's coming in No. Hope he's going to go back to back. All right. Okay, there you go.
And unfortunately, Dubnik's got a no trade clause too, so we can't move him for a pick at the deadline.
Okay, hope he picks up the win on the back to back overtime win.
Well, I hope he won a game. Wow.
Yeah. Back to back, actually. I'm sorry. It was not back to back. Again, Roman Yossi playing against Nashville, 100 defensive game rating, 87 offensive game rating. Dude came to play. And it looks like we're getting close to getting Peter Laviolette fired in this game. Alternate universe. And to answer your question, Gudu, apparently we can win double-digit games. We are only 8 points out of last place. No, I'm sorry. We are 3 points out of last place.
Now we're catching up. Started, I think it was 5. Who would be? Who's second to last? The Oilers?
Leafs.
Wow,
Leafs have 25 points. They do have 3 games in hand on us, though. Chris Kreider says all systems are a go. Let's see what his percentage is at to ask if he's coming back. He's at 70, so yeah, that's probably good enough. Kreider's coming in. Game versus Edmonton. All right, Dubnyk, let's see what you got. And he picked up the win, only giving up 1 goal. All right. And, of course, just as everybody gets healthy, Jared Spurgeon gets injured. Bruised knee, he's day-to-day, but he is game available. The future is looking bright. Well, it's looking less dim than it was, that's for sure.
Still, not get fired this year. That's an improvement.
Honestly, I mean, Jeff, we're almost at the end of this stream. I thought we'd be fired by now.
Well, we get at least 1 more week out of this one. Trading deadline next time.
Okay. Here's 2 back-to-back trades. St. Louis trades for the rights to Miska Kukkonen for Tyler Bozak, and then Bozak gets immediately flipped by Buffalo to Montreal for a 3rd-round pick. And Montreal's like, nah, you're going down to the AHL. It's a tough fall when even Buffalo doesn't want you and they send you to Montreal, and Montreal's like, nah, man, no, go away. We are still 3 points back from the Leafs. Game from Calgary. Well, I guess we better ride the hot hand. Dubnyk stays in. Sum it out, and we lose. Should have left Holtby in, I guess. 42 shots against, only got 25, lose 3-2. Scored shorthanded, too, at that. Guru says, well, I mean, at the beginning of the stream, you must have been planning what your next stream would be. No, I really haven't thought about it at all. What to do next. I'm still hoping we don't get fired. I want to kind of keep moving this Minnesota Wild team down the road, although probably eventually rename them to the North Stars. Or we could change their name to the Minnesota Tigers, because I have a fantastic logo I could use, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, the old Hamilton one. Love that.
No, not Hamilton. Boston.
Was that I thought that was the Hamilton one, the one with the tiger that looks like he's
No, that's the
special?
Boston. That's the Boston Tigers.
Oh, I thought that was a Hamilton Tigers logo.
No,
Okay.
no. All right. Some guys getting tired, but Holtby's playing against Colorado. 903 save percentage on the line, and he gives up 4 goals, and we lose 4-2. Kudu says, yeah, you should just edit the team and go again in the same save. Many other people have just carried on with a nice asterisk beside it.
Yeah.
Whoever could he mean? Actually, the only idea I've tossed about is making a bigger league and then doing an expansion draft and seeing who we could get in like a 4-team expansion draft. Or 5-team expansion draft. Game versus Arizona here. Spurgeon's down to 56%. 60 something for some guys. We're still just going to push through here. Holtby's in 902 save percentage. Playing against a cold goaltender, and we lose. Guess how many goals we've given up in the game? Just take a guess. Wild guess. 4 goals we gave up, and we lose. Granted, one of them was an empty netter, but... Well, the Leafs have pulled away from us. So that's not good.
Well, it's good for our lottery pick chances.
If we are at the low end, I don't see us surviving to the draft. The good news is here, the break should help us get a little bit more healthy. And there's a handful of guys on waivers. Lemieux's back on waivers. Brock McGinn, Michael McCarron, and Tanner Fritz. All interesting, but I don't really think anything importance to us. And game versus Winnipeg on December 27th. Let's see. Ryan Graves is on waivers, as is Kevin Porter. And we have a trade proposal. The trade proposal is from Buffalo, and they want to send us 33-year-old Dan Sexton for Matt Dumba.
I think that's a no.
Yes, do that trade, you say?
No, I don't think so. We're looking at Dub's salary, but that's a little ridiculous.
I mean, if it was somebody, younger maybe. Man, Spurgeon only got back up to 64%. We're going to take Spurgeon out for this game and replace him with Edmondson. Wait. What? Chris Thorburn got hurt not playing with an elbow contusion. What are you doing, Thorburn? All right. Holtby and net versus the Jets. Sim it out, and we lose. Giving up, guess how many goals? 4.
Either 4 or 5.
How do we stop people from scoring 4 goals every time? Because it's going to drive me a little bit crazy. What's that?
How many shots did we give up this time?
We got 30. They got 39.
Now, see, it's a little high. It's not 50 plus like we were doing before.
Gudu was not impressed with that trade offer. I appreciate Buffalo wanting something, but they sure aren't getting that. That's the same way as many people in Buffalo think that Winnipeg should trade Nick Ehlers to them for Rasmus Ristolainen. And Winnipeg people are going, oh, okay, yeah, sure. We'll totally do that trade. Not. Gudu has a simple answer for how do we win some games. He says just score 5 goals every game.
We're not doing that with this lineup.
We're trying, Gudu. We're trying. I'm scared to look at the job security, to be honest.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much different.
Jared Spurgeon on the edge of returning. Game versus New York. The New York Rangers. All right, Dubnyk, what you got? Dubnyk has a loss. And just for Gudu, we gave up 5 goals this time. .37 defensive game rating from Elias Anderson. Fantastic. That's why you're playing 10 minutes a night. Gudu says, what about 2 Rasmus for 1 Ehlers? That might be slightly more possible. Or at least palatable. And Spurgeon is happy to come back. Is he actually healthy, though? 80% means he'll be good enough. Edmondson's out. Spurgeon is in. I still can't believe Thorburn got hurt sitting on the bench. Like, what are you doing, man?
Hurt that elbow opening the door.
Gudu says we just need to score 6 goals a game now. And we are 11 points. Oh, Detroit and Toronto are both at 35 points. Oh, but good news. Edmonton's down to 32. NHL player poll results. Connor McDavid. Best skater. And fastest. Hardest shot, Shea Weber. Smartest, Sidney Crosby. Toughest, Ross Johnson. All right. Best role model is Nikita Kucherov. Cleanest is Victor Meat. Toughest goalie to beat is John Gibson, which clearly wouldn't be one of our guys. And coach you'd most like to play for is Mike Babcock. I'm not sure about that.
Maybe not.
Game versus Tampa Bay. Let's put Dubnyk in for this one. Sim it out, and he picks up a win for us to end the year. Huzzah, huzzah. Huzzah, huzzah. And John Cooper might get fired because Tampa Bay's sitting exactly at 500. 18, 18, and 5.
Bad year.
The good news is we finished with 12 wins at the end of 2020. Which for the year, I think brings us to probably I don't know, maybe 20.
Yeah, counting from the start of 2020.
I mean, full calendar year, we've probably had about 20 wins in this game. It has not been pretty. Let's just take a quick look here. Job security says we're down to a 22 of fan happiness, but our rebuild is still plus, so that's good. AHL Players of the Month includes Capo Kakinen of the Iowa Wild. So, all right. And development report. Devin Dubnyk got slightly less flexible, and Chris Thorburn is now down to 1 star. In the most
Good
unshocking.
signing.
Lots of guys going up. Just carefully looking to see if anybody jumped by a star. Oh, I think that's a move up. Ivan Lodina is now 2 stars. I don't believe he was before. Tyler Parsons is 2 stars.
He started this at 1.5, so he may be almost ready to. Well, we gave him a little playing time last year down the stretch too. So.
Well, that's because we didn't have anybody else.
Yeah.
All right, so, and I said Tyler Parsons up to 2 stars. I don't think he was. So that's not bad.
Yeah, he was 1.5 too. So at least the young guys are developing.
Yeah, getting a little bit of a push. Gotta let them play. And we'll just read our owner's thoughts here, and then we'll probably call it for the night. Boom, 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 boom. Mike Sheffley's not having a great year. 40 assists, but he's not on not on for points or goals, so he's not scoring a lot, whatever he's doing. And there is a bunch of guys on waivers. Alex Chason, Zach Cassian, Brett Pess. That's kind of a tempting pickup. Josh Jacobs, Connor Clifton, Nathan Walker, Brennan Lemieux, TJ Brennan, and Johan Rhino? Not sure how you say that. That'd be my best guess. Board conference update. Craig Leopold thinks the season has been disappointing so far. Team has been slightly better, 4-9-1. For a long-term perspective, Craig Leopold is concerned about your work as general manager. You should be thrilled about that trade we made.
Probably less than thrilled about constantly giving up 5 goals a game.
Well, I'm not happy about that either. But there's only so much we can do. All right, so with that in mind, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey, where you can also find a link to our official Discord channel, or you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, or anything else you want to talk about. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered pretty much everything. Back next week with our Vancouver Canucks, early Vancouver Canucks, 1965 instead of 1970 game. We're just getting up at the start of the regular season, so we'll see how we do with our single team expansion.
Excellent. So thank you very much, and we will see you all again very soon.